Lately, it seems that every other week we hear some variation of AI is taking our jobs, programming is dead, AI killed it. Big claims that software developers are now obsolete and that anyone can code using AI. Now, if you've been mastering the craft of code for decades like I have, then the thought of all that skill, all that training now being worth nothing could fill you with fear and dread. But stop. Let's take a step back from the sensationalist marketing hype and take an objective look at what's happening. Is AI really killing or going to kill programming as a career? Is learning to code right now a waste of time? By far, the sharpest answer I've heard to that question comes from Python creator Guido van Rossum when Lex asked him that question point blank. And his answer was pretty blunt.
Are programmers' jobs threatened by the existence of Stack Overflow? I don't think so. It helps you take care of the boring stuff. And you shouldn't try to use it to do something that you have no way of understanding what you're doing yet.
So he doesn't see any threat at all. In fact, he uses GitHub Copilot routinely and says it saves him a lot of typing. Not thinking, mind you, but typing. I also have an AI coding assistant installed, and I've grown used to the suggestions that it gives. However, here's a cold, hard dose of reality. Sometimes AI-generated code is good, sometimes. But a lot of the time, it's routinely buggy and sometimes outright wrong, as in it doesn't do what you want it to do. AI code assistants don't actually understand the code that it sees. I've likened AI to a very sophisticated parrot, so it's very good at repeating code or info that it's seen. It can even do a good job of remixing different things that it's been trained on, but that's not the same as actually understanding the code itself. And I routinely get code suggestions that shows it clearly doesn't understand the context of the code right in front of my eyes, and instead it's suggesting something that is obviously from an open source project on GitHub whose code it was trained on. Oh, come on, that looks like a JavaScriptism, and this is C++. And all of this trouble is with small fragments of code. We're not even talking about building large-scale programs yet. The bottom line is this. AI coding assistants are impressive. Yes, even with all the problems I've outlined and the fact that you can't trust the code that it writes, it's impressive and it can help speed up the development process, can make you a more effective programmer if, and only if, you know how to program already. Otherwise, how are you going to know if the AI-generated code is correct? If you don't know what good code looks like? Right? If it doesn't work, how would you know how to fix it? And if it does work, how would you know that it's good, robust code that can handle all the edge cases if you don't know what you're looking for? And how can you connect up small blocks of code into a large-scale program when you don't know how to design large systems? Right? How can you design the overall system right if you don't know how to program? To take it to the extreme, let's say an aviation company was crazy enough to let someone write the autopilot of an aircraft using AI, and that person does not know how to code and therefore cannot check the correctness of that code. Would you step on that aeroplane? Because I certainly wouldn't. When it comes to life-critical systems like autopilots, you want to have the utmost high level of code quality and correctness there. So no, AI assistants have not taken our jobs because you need to know how to write good code in order to use them effectively. So if you want to make if you want to write software that solves real-world problems, then learn to code and learn it well. So learn what good code looks like, learn how to use code to solve problems in the real world, and how to design large systems. And then the AI code assistant becomes useful. What about long-term? Will AI code generation get so good that you actually can trust that it's correct, that the generated code is correct? Right? Will eventually it get so good that you do indeed not need a programmer who knows what to do in order to use it? I don't know. Time will tell. If artificial general intelligence or AGI is ever achieved, then yeah, probably. However, AGI being achieved is not guaranteed. And if you've watched the movies, then it's not necessarily something to look forward to either. Yeah, if someone ever calls their AI Skynet, run. In the meantime, go learn to code, make awesome software, and live life to the full. The skills you learn in software, the problem-solving skills, will always come in handy elsewhere. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next video, which should be over here. See you next time.